Hello, my name is Jim Mulaney from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Wednesday, April 11th, 2018. Today I'm doing a video source inspection on a semi-tool 270S fully remanufactured spin rinse dryer. The sales order number internally is 180010. This, we serialize our rinse dryers. This is SRD-01024. We have a serial tag on the back. This system has been fully remanufactured. What I'll do is I'll start the process and I'll go over our remanufacturing process. But what we have done, as you can't see, but I can explain, Humphrey has discontinued the normal valves that go on the semi-tool S models. We use an SMC brand new replacement on all of our systems. So back here, this system's been upgraded to SMC brand new valves. It has a new filter on there. It has all new Teflon lines, all new pneumatic lines. We code all of our parts. You can see on this valve here, it's part number 06-00632. This filter is number 06-00987. The valves are 06-00620, etc. So it makes it the ease of the customer for buying replacement parts. Makes it very easy to do. So I'll go ahead and start the tool and then talk about a remanufacturing process. We have a simple process here. I'll explain what it is. A traditional semi-tool process. We have rinse for 30 seconds. We do a shorter rinse than in a fab. A lot of times I'll do more than 30 seconds only because we are just, we try to get a lot of runs on the tools and we want to actuate as many valves as we can for as long as we can. So we do a 30 second. We have a purge for 10 seconds and I'll explain that when it's running. We have a dry one for 90 seconds and a dry two for 240 seconds. Okay, I'll go ahead and simply, in a normal fab, you would just load your cassette. And hit start. Alrighty, what I'll do is I'll let the system run before I talk about a remanufacturing process until we get into the dries, because when the dries start, we're going to have 5.5 minutes of time to review things. So right now we're doing a simple rinse. What we always like to look for is no leaks. Everything's great. It looks beautiful back here. I'll talk about how many runs we've done already in a few seconds. Okay, we have about 5 seconds left on the rinse. You can see a nice, good water flow. And we go into the purge. What the purge does is the purge blows the water out of the line, out of the DI line, so no water drips back in during the dry process. And we go into dry one. Okay, so at semi-tool, the traditional process is a rinse, a quality rinse if you use the resistivity option. Then you have the purge, which you saw. You have dry one, which is a shorter duration, high RPM dry, which slings the water off of the cassette, off the rotor, off the wafers. And then you go into dry two, which is the longer duration dry. During both dry one and dry two, you have the N2 heater on. I got to touch it, it'll start getting hot. We also have heater blankets on this side that are getting hot. Specifically, if the customer has, which they do, the anti-static module, that anti-static process comes on during dry two. There was many studies done at semi-tool that if you can reduce the amount of RPM in your process, you'll tend to get better process results in regards to particle control. So, and we're on a stainless steel table here. So at SciTech, what we do in our remanufacturing process, let's go ahead and straighten this up a little bit. There we go. Moves on the table. We actually take the system down to the bare metal. The bowl comes off. All the metal parts come off. So it's down to basically pieces. We send out the bowl to be reprocessed. We send out the N2 heater manifold to get re-electro polished. We EP other parts. While that's happening, we go through and we rebuild the motor. We rebuild the valves. We go through and check all the tack sensors, all of the rotor up sensors. We go over all the heater blankets. Anything that needs to be replaced is done. Then we start, when the bowls come back, we start the dry build. We replace the bowl seal. We replace the window. We replace the seal on the window. And we start the dry build in the back. And then so it's built up in this configuration, but no water is put to it. We have a checkoff list then. We have a second technician come over once the tool has been passed on, saying it's ready to go into wet test. They do a quality control and dry test, make sure everything is done correctly, all the wiring is done correctly, everything's labeled correctly. If it passes there, it comes into a wet test. They go ahead and then put water to it because, again, you can't see water leaks when you're doing dry testing. We make sure it's all debugged. And then in this case, the customer just sent us a head like this. So we refurbished their head. That's why there's no poly on it. If it was a system we sold, it would now be in its poly enclosure ready for final acceptance. For reference, we do quite a lot of refurbs. Here's the same customer has sent us a double stack that basically, as you can see, we're just starting to put the poly on. It's gone through all of its testing. We expect it to be ready later on today. This customer sends us rinser dryers every month to do a remanufacturing process on. So then when we finish doing the wet testing, we go through the same quality control checklist. Once that's signed off by a second technician, we do approximately 50 process runs to make sure there's no leaks, no failures, no issues with the system. After that, it's passed over to sales. Also during the remanufacturing process, we have a dedicated controller repair rebuild area, and engineers, we go ahead and test all the customers' components. So this controller has already gone through full testing on standalone test heads before it gets matched back up. And then this amp, it turns out the customer didn't send us the amp. This is our amp because sometimes customers don't send us their full head assembly with all the necessary components, and we just use our own components internally here. As you can see, we have about another 2 minutes left to go. So what I can talk about, if you go to our website at scitechprocess.com, on the left-hand side, the first 7 buttons are all semi-tool related. The first 3 are the tools we offer. The S model, which is this, that uses a amp and a brushless motor. The F model, which is the same looking tool but uses a brush motor, and the traditional ST. The next 3 buttons are all the spare parts specifically for those models, S, F, and S. S model, for example, we have 100% spare parts. We can offer new amps, remanufactured controllers, new heater blankets, new filters, new heater cartridges, new ACR valves, new motors, new tack sensors, everything new on the system. So we offer 100% spare parts support on the system, and we also offer 100% service support. Customers can send us in their amp for repair, their motor for repair, their motors for repair, whatever they want to send in. So we do quite a lot of repairs. How about in the minute left? One thing I'd like to talk to you about, this system has the traditional semi-tool 101 controller. SciTech has developed, it's called the Slick Device S1, and the S is for the S model, graphical interface controller. It's the state-of-the-art, the best controller available in the world right now on a rinser dryer. It does data logging, it has graphical interface. We have multiple recipe storage, 20 recipes. We actually have monitoring of the key factors. We monitor the heater blankets, the heater manifold elements. We do the anti-static monitoring. We monitor the rotor. We can give the customer real-time feedback of what's going on with the tool. We have historical data where they can look at and see what operator, if the operator went into the diagnostics mode, they have to specifically push a key that says they're overriding all the safety functions. So it's very user-friendly. It's been on the market for a few years. The last 6 months, we've really pushed hard, and 90% of all of our customers that buy remanufactured systems buy these for us. A good example is we're starting next Monday. We're doing another 60 controllers. We're in our remanufacturing process. Okay, process was over. What happens was at 70 RPM, the rotor uprights that we call home position, 12 o'clock. That happens because back here, it's called a RSP, the rotor stop positioner. It has a piston that shoots out, and it hits the cam, and finds the flat, and uprights to home position. Good example, here's the part number, 06-00148. We also offer brand new RSPs. SciTech has developed for the 40s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 2300s. Brand new RSPs, same form, fit, and function, but they're all brand new parts. So we offer 100% parts on the system. If you buy a SciTech brand new controller, you can have everything brand new. We offer all the spare parts, and the customer can do whatever they want. At the end of the process, I like to first feel for the hot end too. Normally the door only, for reference, opens this much, but because there's no poly on it, it goes further. Feel for the hot end too, nice and warm. Got to be careful I don't burn myself. Take the wafers out. They look good. Bowl looks good, as you can see. Nice and uniform. It was reprocessed through our proprietary processing we do. Alrighty, so everything looks good. Again, this system has probably gone through a total of 100 runs now after being rebuilt through the various stages. We feel it's in great shape. We're going to go ahead and, after this video, we're going to go ahead and package this up, get it shipped out to the customer later on today or tomorrow. and then hopefully their double stack will be right behind it. And actually, they have another system that's in dry build right now for the same customer. Again, they send us quite a lot of tools. We have a lot of customers around the world that send us tools on a regular basis every month. At SciTech, we've remanufactured over 2,000 rinser dryers. We are far and away the expert on this and the leader in the United States, and becoming the world leader on all remanufactured semi-tool spinnerless dryers. If you also want to go to our website, you can see that we offer front-end process equipment. We offer particle counters, lipsometers, profilometers. We offer ash and etch equipment. We do one of our major product lines, and we are the #1 remanufacturer in the United States on this product line also, is the Integris box washer, the cassette and box washer. It's called the HTC family. That's the 8000, 8010, 8020, and 8030. We have full racks. We have full support. Right now we have 5 systems on back order from customers, and we're continually receiving orders and buying the surplus tools to keep a large inventory for our customer base. That will conclude this video source inspection of a Semi-Tool 270S spin rinse dryer. Again, my name is Jim Mullaney from SciTech Process Solutions. Today is Wednesday, April 11th, 2018. If there's any questions, feel free to call our main number at 916-797-9000 and ask for anyone in our sales organization. Thank you and have a great day.